It don't matter what race or creed or color. You love this land and you're my brother. That ain't ways to know I'm gonna stand. If you say you can't breathe, I'll show you we can. Ain't never gonna stop believing. We were born for freedom. We're born for freedom.
All right, all right, all right. Live and direct coming at you out of Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world. Listen, y'all, it's serious. It is fucking serious right now. Y'all have no idea what's going on with the people I know and how the political persecution is just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And I never dreamed that I would live in a country where going to a protest or supporting a certain fraternity or being a part of that fraternity or having a YouTube channel with lots of followers, I never dreamed that we would be so persecuted the way that we have been. And it frustrates me because, especially, and this goes for you guys on TikTok, it frustrates me because, while y'all are arguing over what he said, she said, stupid drama, patriots all fighting with each other, people that I know are in jail and they're not getting out. People that I know that are fucking feds are not in jail. But real patriots are. So I'm going to do another video, another Free the Boys video, because there's some updates you guys need to be aware of. Federico got out of jail, apparently very recently. I know he had 5 months, and it's been about 5 months. He went in September, so I think he just got out. So yeah, Federico's out. I can't find any articles about Pruitt to see. I know that he was supposed to go turn himself in on January 18th, but I can't find any articles stating whether or not he actually did. He is the type that is scared of prison. So, he could, I don't know if he's dead or alive, honestly. I don't care, but he can go fuck himself. He can burn in hell, which is where he belongs. But there's so many good ones. There's so many good ones that are suffering right now. So one of the good ones, of course, is Brandon Straka. And I know that I've said a lot of things about him in recent videos. And it all kind of ties together. Even if he's a piss poor businessman, even if he's a piss poor marketer, even if he has mismanaged and squandered a lot of the money and support that we've given him over the years, I do know one thing for sure. Brandon Straka does love this country. And he's a significant part of this fight. And he got into this fight because he wanted to see peace and unity and love, and he wanted to expose the Democrats for what they really are, which is trash and liars and narcissists. And to see him have to pay the price for that, especially when he's never done anything wrong, is really fucked up to me. I'm going to go ahead and start by reading a newsletter email that he sent out a couple weeks ago. I was on a 2-week ban here on YouTube, so I didn't get to divulge this information to you, but I'm going to go ahead and read it right now. And then we're going to go into what's going on with his case. And I was able to hear and record the sentence that he got. So let me go ahead and show you guys, because, you know, don't want to say that I'm paraphrasing or anything like that. But yeah, that's his email that he sent. So it says, Patriots, please support if you can. Oh, and by the way, let's see when this was written. This was on the 17th of January. I've been hit hard this past year. These are Brendan's words. It began a year ago with the FBI raiding my home and putting me in jail. Criminal charges were filed against me for the 8 minutes I spent outside the Capitol building on you know what day. The DOJ extended my case 5 times, dragging things out over a year. I chose to take a plea deal of a misdemeanor charge in order to move on with my life as expeditiously as possible. My sentencing on that charge is this Thursday, and then it got moved again, so it was actually today. Also this past year, a social justice warrior law firm in DC has filed the most preposterous civil lawsuit anyone's ever heard of, and decided to include me as a defendant alongside Donald Trump and numerous other people. And let's see, Roger Stone is in that lawsuit. Bryson Gray is in that lawsuit. Tario's in that lawsuit. Flynn is in that lawsuit. Giuliani, all the lawyers. So what's her face? Jenna Ellis is in that lawsuit. Sidney Powell's in that lawsuit. Dr. Shiva's in that lawsuit. Alex Jones is in that lawsuit. Like, there's like 40 people in that lawsuit. So that's the lawsuit that he's talking about. Believe it or not, I'm kind of happy about this lawsuit because of the opportunity it's going to provide me to expose so many, many lies that have been created. But all of this comes at a significant financial cost. For many months now, I've had legal bills in excess of $10,000 a month, and some months have been triple that amount. If you can, please sign up to support my platform, becoming a monthly recurring supporter. I'm really not kidding when I say that even $1 a month adds up to help so much. Click here to support, blah, 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 blah. Please pray extra hard this week that my sentencing Thursday goes well and that this will be the beginning of the end of the criminal case nightmare. Well, here are my thoughts on this email at the time that I read it, and then we're going to talk about what happened today. Okay, so bear with me, stay with me, just stay with me on this. Okay. First of all, I want to thank Brandon for being honest and transparent, okay, about what his bills are. I have a hard time believing, however, that he's paying that much because of his legal bills when A, he pled out to a misdemeanor. Okay, you don't need a high-priced attorney if you have a fucking misdemeanor. That's what you pay when you have a murder case. That's what you pay an attorney when you have a trafficking case. You know, that's what you pay an attorney when you have a RICO case, right? But okay, I guess on a misdemeanor charge, his legal bills are in excess of $10,000 a month, but okay. I'm not sure what that's for, but okay. I did mention before I got banned that I was a little bit irritated at the fact that he had this refund the police lawsuit. I'm sorry, not fundraiser, and then never bothered to tell any of us how much money he actually raised. That's very unusual. But okay. But we did actually find out the dollar amount today in the court case, and it kind of seems a little suspect, but I'm going to take his word for it. But anyway, so this morning I had therapy with uh, now my only therapist, because my other therapist dropped me as a client because his wife asked him to, which is weird because his wife knows the extent of my trauma and the extent of my grief, and I don't know why she wouldn't want her husband to help me anymore. I never flirted with her husband. I don't want married men. Like, I don't know what that's about, but okay. So I'm just kind of really sad today because it really hurts that someone would do that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Who fucking cares about Jenny? Nobody does, except me and God, and that's okay because that's all I need. Anyway, I totally forgot why I went on that tangent. But as you can see, I'm very distracted. I'm very upset, and I don't. It's just today's just really hitting hard right now. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah, I had therapy with my main, I guess my only therapist now, and my therapy session kind of unfortunately fell at the same time as Brandon's sentencing case. So I was not able to listen to the first 30, 40 minutes of what was said in the courtroom. Thank you, Shotgun. You know what's funny? And just a quick side note, Antifa has been a problem for me. I've had a lot of people turn their backs on me when I came out as conservative 2 years ago publicly. I've gotten a lot of hate, but the people that have hurt me the most have all been patriots. From that dumb fat bitch that left me stranded in Tennessee, and I'm gonna expose that bitch, but I just don't feel like it right now. I'm gonna expose that bitch one day. To Laura McGarrah, the fucking drunken psycho that she is. To all these, patriot dudes that come in my DMs and act like they're all into me, but then they're just using me for attention. And I cut that shit out. I've cut that shit off. Like, I'm not dealing with that anymore. To Josh Pruitt, to the Las Vegas Proud Boys, who used me for a free clubhouse and then stabbed me in the back on my birthday, to people who don't even know me lying about me on Telegram and TikTok. I mean, just these patriots, I'm so, on one hand, we all need to be united, but on the other hand, I don't want to be united with dirty fucking immoral people. These people have such a unbelievably low moral code. It is shocking to me that they call themselves conservatives. So just let that be a warning to you guys. Just because someone has a 1776 or a flag or a patriot whatever, conservative whatever in their name, that doesn't mean a fucking thing. It does not mean a fucking thing. But anyhow, getting back to Brandon, I was able to catch about the last 20 minutes of it. So we will be listening to his statement, and then we're going to go ahead and listen to what his sentence is. And I'm just going to go ahead and play that for you. You guys let me know if you can hear it. Okay. I just have the audio. That's all I have. All right, so here we go. You guys let me know if this is loud enough. Can you guys hear that? Let me know if you can hear that on YouTube. Can you hear the audio? Because if it's not playing good on the computer, I can play it on the laptop and see if that sounds any better. Just give me a yes or no if it sounds right before we get into it. Yeah, you can hear it? Okay. So this is the judge and Brandon's defense attorney speaking. Okay. Forgive me, I'm like making my bed as I'm recording this, so just if you hear some shuffling, that's just me making my bed.
I've read your statement to the court. This is your time to make any additional statement if you choose to do so. Yes, Your Honor. I prepared a written statement just because I normally like to kind of speak from the heart and off the cuff, but there's just so many details and so many things to this case that I wanted to make sure that I kept my thoughts as straight as possible. And to be honest with you, given some of the things I've heard in this hearing today, I'm just going to stick with what I wrote, and I hope that you will hear where I'm coming. This notion that it's okay to storm the Capitol. The storm the Capitol is a 30-page document from the prosecution, which tells the story of a person who couldn't be more dissimilar than who I am. The person described in the document is reckless.
Hold on.
And apparently proud and celebrative, encouraging or planning to storm the Capitol. Mr. Straka, I've read your statement to the court. This is your time to make any additional statement if you choose to do so. Yes, Your Honor. I prepared a written statement just because I normally like to kind of speak from the heart and off the cuff, but there's just so many details and so many things to this case that I wanted to make sure that I kept my thoughts as straight as possible. And to be honest with you, given some of the things I've heard in this hearing today, I'm just going to stick with what I wrote, and I hope that you will hear where I'm coming from with an open mind and an open heart. And what I have to say is that I'm holding here a 30-page document from the prosecution, which tells the story of a person who couldn't be more dissimilar than who I am. The person described in the document is reckless, thoughtless, dangerous, flagrantly irresponsible, and apparently proud and celebratory of all of these traits. This document suggests that this person is significantly responsible for the actions of others on January 6th, including those who engaged in unacceptable acts of violence, vandalism, theft, and destruction, which took place outside of my view and occurring at times when I wasn't even on Capitol grounds. I don't know this person, and I don't identify with his purported thoughts, motivations, or the narrative presented about his character. It would be impossible to tell you exactly who I am in a matter of minutes, but here are a few things I would like you to know. I grew up in a small town in rural Nebraska, born into a family of generations of farmers and ranchers. And truth be told, I mostly hated the work when I was growing up. But I learned at a young age that if I put my mind, heart, and drive into working as hard as I could at something I really wanted, nothing in the world could hold me back, not even lack of financial privilege or opportunity. Throughout my 20s and 30s, I developed a problem with cocaine and alcohol. Tragically, this type of problem is not unusual for many of us in the LGBT community. Many LGBT people turn to self-medication in response to lack of love and understanding and mental mistreatment. My dream in life was to make a living as a performer. I sing and act and spent many years of my adult life doing theater, usually musicals, and a small amount of work in film and television. I started to see that my life had become a black hole of emptiness caused by my poor choices to keep returning to self-soothing through intoxication. On January 18th, 2015, I made a choice entirely of my own volition to join a 12-step program and get clean and sober. That was the day I took my last drink, and I've been 100% clean from drugs and alcohol ever since. 6 days ago marked 7 years of sobriety for me. One of the most devastating aspects of my case has been the assertion that I was encouraging violence against police, and that I was encouraging violence with my followers. Your Honor, my followers don't condone violence, and all of them stand up to back the blue in this country. They would never support me if my message was one of violence. I want to say here now that I back America's law enforcement officers, and I always have, and I always will. Every year during the holidays, one of my organizations, the Walkway Foundation, engages in a community-building initiative to encourage goodwill and bring people together to give in a way that makes the world a better place. To be honest, I chose this year's holiday initiative in a way to make a point. I created an initiative called Free Funds to Police, raising funds in the month of December that would go as charitable contributions to police departments in this country that were defunded during the past year's political anti-police movements. I raised nearly $30,000 for this drive. If I had not been in a position to be unable to speak.
Okay. All right. So now we find out what the actual number is. Okay. So he didn't raise 100,000. He says he raised 30,000. Okay. Now we know. Okay. I know that Brandon does support the police, absolutely. But, kind of seems like that little fundraiser that we were discussing kind of seems like it was a performative. It had a performative intention. So I don't know what is, somebody get a calculator. What is 30,000 divided by 14? I don't know. $2,000. $2,000. I don't know if he kept 25,000 of it for himself and Libby and whoever else he has on payroll. But now we know. Now we know.
Into media appearances about this initiative, that number would have easily been $100,000. This was the amount I was able to raise by sending emails and putting out a scattering of posts on a few social media sites. The point is, my followers would never tolerate me advocating violence. It's not who they are, and it's not who I am, which is why they love our movement. My followers are the type of people who give their hard-earned money in the midst of a pandemic and economic uncertainty to an initiative that seeks to put equipment and resources back into the hands of America's law enforcement. My relationship with my fans and followers is not just about politics. It's about love. That was echoed in every character letter I received on my behalf. I didn't get to hear or read many positive things about myself for an entire year, which took an enormous toll on my mental, spiritual, and emotional health. The sense of pride I've developed from the truly positive and uplifting work I've done to help unite a divided country and bring people together has felt shrouded by the relentless, cruel narratives about my character and my intentions. Some will say, hey, that's politics. This is what you signed up for. But I say, no, it does not have to be this way. We Americans can do better than this. I received around 500 character letters from my supporters, many of them handwritten. And in reading these letters, I got to learn, really for the first time, how I'm seen by those who appreciate and respect me. And the thing that struck me the most was that nearly every person talked about how what drew them to me and my movement was the only one that focuses on love. Your Honor, the costs of my choice to go to Washington, D.C. on January 6th are so monumentally devastating that I couldn't even begin to tell you what this past year of my life has been like. friendships and family relationships are gone forever. My work has had to come to an absolute standstill, and undoubtedly, there are many opportunities that will be lost to me forever. But now is the time for me to remember that throughout everything I've remained sober, and I'm still the same guy who took my broken life and turned things around. I'd like to conclude my statement today by once again stating that what I said in my written statement to you, I am sincerely sorry to all of the people of America, even the ones who absolutely hate my guts and hated me long before January 6th. I'm sorry that I was present in any way at an event that led anybody to feel afraid, that caused shame and embarrassment on our country, and that served absolutely no purpose other than to further tear away at the already heartbreaking divide in this country. I want to apologize to all members of the Capitol Police whose safety was put in danger by the
Now, wait a minute. There were no Capitol Police. The Capitol Police were the ones who had the flash bombs. The Capitol Police were the ones who had the tasers, the guns, the batons. So, I mean, I understand that he's trying to get as much lenient tell it. I understand that he's trying to get as much lenience as possible. I get that. But don't double down. Don't apologize for shit, Brandon, because you already pled guilty. You ain't got to apologize for shit because no one was put in harm's way, and the only people who put Officer Sicknick in harm's way was fucking DC Metro when they knew he had a heart condition and put him out there anyway. Ashley Babbitt and Rosalind Boylan were the ones who got killed. The patriots. Okay, I mean, listen, when the feds come and get me, I ain't apologizing for shit. Okay, I'm going to put that on the record right now. When the feds come get me, I ain't apologizing for shit. Fuck them. Fuck them.
I appreciate them. You talk about, I received around 500 character letters from my supporters, many of them handwritten. And in reading these letters, I got to learn, really for the first time, how I'm seen by those who appreciate and respect me. And the thing that struck me the most was that nearly every person talked about how what drew them to me and my movement was the only one that focuses on love. Your Honor, the costs of my choice to go to Washington, D.C. on January 6th are so monumentally devastating that I couldn't even begin to tell you what this past year of my life has been like. Lifelong friendships and family relationships are gone forever.
Sorry.
My work has had to come to an absolute. I'm sorry that I was present in any way at an event that led anybody to feel afraid, that caused shame and embarrassment on our country, and that served absolutely no purpose other than to further tear away at the already heartbreaking divide in this country. I want to apologize to all members of the Capitol Police whose safety was put in danger by the unruly mob. In particular, the police officer whose shield is seen in my video being grabbed by members of the crowd. No protest should ever get out of hand to the point of becoming a riot, and no police officer should ever have to feel that their life or their safety is in jeopardy while trying to keep the peace at a public demonstration. And I want to apologize to every member of Congress, regardless of political affiliation or background. I'm deeply sorry and ashamed for being present at an event that sent members of Congress running in fear to evacuate a building. I can sincerely say I would never intend for such a thing to happen, but nonetheless it did.
No, it
And
didn't.
I was there, and I am truly sorry for that. It is my intention to do better and be better going forward in my life. Thank you. I appreciate them. You talk about in your statement.
This is the judge speaking.
The win in every situation, and I hope you have learned a lesson from this experience, and that in the future you will go back to the work of using your social media presence in a positive way to unify.
He never stopped.
Is there any reason why I should not proceed now to get my reasons for the sentence and to impose sentence? Mr. Bailey? Ms. Reed? Stay on it. In deciding, as I stated, what the appropriate sentence is in this case, I have considered all of the factors under Title 18 United States Code Section 3553A. I'm familiar with them all, even if I don't state each one of them here. I have considered each of them. I do agree with the defense that Mr. Straka played a unique role on January 6th of 2021. He did not himself personally assault any police officers, and he did not cause any property damage. He also did not enter the U.S. Capitol. Even so, he clearly violated the law, as he admitted at the time of his plea, he knowingly and unlawfully entered the restricted grounds of the U.S. Capitol, and he engaged in disruptive conduct by encouraging others to enter the Capitol and to take a Capitol police officer's shield who was trying to defend the Capitol. Mr. Straka knew at the time he entered the Capitol grounds that he did not have permission to do so, and he did so and he engaged in disruptive conduct, all with the intent to impede Congress from certifying electoral vote count for the 2020 presidential election. So Mr. Straka has since condemned the violence and property damage that occurred on January 6th. As I've explained and discussed here, his statements on and around that day revealed that he viewed his actions and those of the larger crowd as appropriate and justified. I want to be very clear about what I'm saying here about Mr. Straka's comments. He, as well as others who were at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, have a First Amendment right to say and to think whatever they believe. Mr. Straka also has a First Amendment right to share his views with others. But trespassing on restricted grounds is not covered by the First Amendment, nor is engaging in disruptive conduct by encouraging others to enter the Capitol.
No, he didn't.
From a police officer.
No, he didn't.
Criminal conduct to which Mr. Straka has admitted is protected by the First Amendment, and that is why he's before the court today. He is not being prosecuted or sentenced based on his political views or his personal beliefs.
Sure.
I find it deeply troubling that Mr. Straka used his social media platform to encourage and defend the unlawful acts that occurred on January 6th.
Encourage?
Mr. Straka says his walkaway platform has over 1 million followers. He also represents that he started the walkaway movement to bring people together for respectful dialogue in a peaceful way. But his actions on January 6th were anything but. They did not further the stated mission of his organization. Instead, they served to undermine democracy and the rule of law. Election challenges are fought in the courts, not by storming the Capitol.
Storming the Capitol.
Turning next to Mr. Straka's history and characteristics, he has no prior criminal record, and he's been steadily employed throughout his life. The court has received numerous letters from Mr. Straka's family, friends, and followers. As these letters attest, Mr. Straka has a large number of committed supporters from all different backgrounds. They suggest that he's shown a high level of compassion and concern for his community, for his friends, and his family. These letters also say that he's inspired a large number of people across the country to bridge the political divide in our country. His followers admire him for the national movement he has led to bring people together in a peaceful way. Mr. Straka is also engaged in good work. Following his arrest in this case, he started an initiative to support police organizations, and he claims to have raised nearly $18,000 in support of law enforcement. I'm crediting those efforts. I'm also crediting that Mr. Straka pled guilty early in this case. He also provided law enforcement agents with passwords to his electronics that were seized, and he agreed to be debriefed by law enforcement agents on 3 occasions. The government has represented that he has provided full, truthful, and complete information that has been helpful to the government. Again, under Section 3553A, I'm taking his efforts into account in deciding what sentence to impose. Mr. Straka also has expressed remorse, though it has been slow in coming. I also appreciate that Mr. Straka has faced a number of collateral consequences as a result of his prosecution that other January 6th defendants have not. But these consequences are in large part due to his public profile and his widespread media presence. I also note that through Mr. Straka's openness about his own personal struggles, he has inspired others who have faced similar struggles. A number of years ago, he had an issue with drug and alcohol abuse, but he's overcome these challenges and has been supportive of others who tried to do the same. Looking at other January 6 cases, I recognize that this case is different than most others. As I noted, Mr. Straka did not engage in violence or property damage. He did not enter the Capitol building. Nonetheless, he did join rioters after he learned about the Capitol breach, and once he arrived, he not only trespassed on restricted grounds, he also engaged in disruptive conduct.
No, he didn't.
By encouraging others
No, he
to
didn't.
the Capitol and by encouraging others to take a shield from a police officer who's defending the Capitol.
No, he didn't.
He videoed these events. He posted this footage online for his followers to see. And he later encouraged rioters who remained at the Capitol to hold the line. And that was even after he left Capitol that day. As I've explained, his statements and his actions in and around January 6th suggest that he not only participated in the events of that day, he also defended and celebrated them to a degree. The government has permitted Mr. Straka to plead guilty to a Class B misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor.
That has a maximum period of incarceration of 6 months. Though I do view Mr. Straka's criminal conduct as very serious.
Criminal conduct for a misdemeanor?
By his early plea and by his willingness to assist the government by providing complete and truthful information. And this is one reason why I do not believe that a period of incarceration is necessary to achieve the purposes of sentencing. As I explained previously in an earlier January 6th case, I do not believe that
he wasn't going to go to jail anyway. It's a fucking misdemeanor and he has no priors. He wasn't going to go to jail anyway.
sentencing a Class B misdemeanor offense, that the court has the statutory authority to impose both a period of imprisonment and a term of supervision, either supervised release or probation, and therefore, in cases like the present one, where deterrence is so important,
deterrence,
I have imposed a period
deterrence,
of 3 years. For that period of time, defendants are under the continued supervision of the court, whereas with a short period of imprisonment, a defendant would complete his or her sentence once the term of imprisonment is served. The longer period of supervision serves to ensure that defendants and others have an incentive not to violate the law during the term of supervision. I believe here that a 3-year period of probation, coupled with a 3-month period of home detention, a community service requirement, and a fine, is sufficient but not greater than necessary to achieve the purposes of sentencing. In addition to achieving both specific and general deterrence, I believe the sentence will also promote respect for the law, ensure adequate punishment, as well as rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation?
Available, which is $5,000, because I believe, based on the financial information provided by the probation office, that Mr. Straka has adequate means to pay both the fine and the $500 restitution payment. I will also impose a financial monitoring condition while these payments are outstanding. I will not impose electronic monitoring condition, computer monitoring condition, because I do believe that the nature of what Mr. Straka posted online is distinguishable in content from those cases where defendants have expressively advocated specific acts of violence. I will impose a mental health condition, and I'll now read the formal sentence of the court and give both parties and probation the opportunity to object before I impose sentence. Pursuant to the Sentencing Reform Act of 1984, and in consideration of the provisions of Title 18 United States Code Section 3553A, it is the judgment of the court that you, Brandon Straka, are hereby sentenced to a term of 36 months probation. As to count one, in addition, you are ordered to pay a special assessment of $10. While on supervision, you shall abide by the following mandatory conditions, as well as the standard conditions of supervision. Mandatory conditions include not committing another federal, state, or local one drug test within 15 days of placement on supervision and at least 2 periodic drug tests thereafter, as determined by probation. You must make restitution. You're ordered to make restitution to the architect of the Capitol in the amount of $500. The court will authorize supervision of this case to be transferred to the United States District Court for the Middle District of Nebraska, but the court will retain jurisdiction of this case. In addition, Mr. Straka, you shall comply with the following special conditions. You must pay the balance of any restitution owed at a rate of no less than $100 each month. You must provide the probation officer access to any requested financial information and authorize the release of any financial information. The probation office may share that information with the U.S. Attorney's Office. You must also participate in a mental health treatment program and follow the rules and regulations for that program. You will be monitored by a form of location monitoring technology for a period of 90 days or 3 months. You must follow the rules and regulations of the program. Location monitoring technology will be at the discretion of the probation officer. You must also pay for the cost of the program. You will be restricted to your residence at all times, except for employment, education, religious services, medical, substance abuse, or mental health treatment, attorney visits, court appearances, court-ordered obligations, or other activities as approved by the probation officer. So this is a form, to be clear, of home detention. You're also ordered to pay a fine in the amount of $5,000. Restitution payments shall be made to the clerk of court, the United States District Court, and as I stated, in the amount of $500 to the architect of the Capitol. The financial obligations are immediately payable to the clerk of the court. Within 30 days of any change of address, you shall notify the clerk of court of the change until such time as the financial obligation is paid in full. The probation office shall release the precedence investigation report to all agencies, and those agencies shall return the report. All right. Is there any objection? I will inform Mr. Straka of his right to appeal, but before I do so, Mr. Saley, is there any objection to the sentence that the court has yet to impose? Does the financial disclosure terms are those standard? These are standard whenever fines or restitution are included. Okay. And Mr. Straka obviously can pay the fine. I don't know if there's a need to provide ongoing financial information. Well, I've already included for now, and that can be modified in the future if there's no need to continue to have it. Thank you. All right. Ms. Reed, anything else, Mr. Saley? No, Your Honor. Ms. Reed? No objection, Your Honor. Okay, Ms. Sprinkler? Nothing at this time, Your Honor. I just asked that Mr. Straka stay on the line after so I can read the conditions and give him reporting instructions. That is a sentence of the court. What I've just mentioned is imposed. Mr. Straka, you have the right to appeal your conviction.
Okay, that's enough. All right. So look, let's just reiterate. He pled guilty to a misdemeanor of trespassing. Okay. He got, I don't know how much money he got from his supporters in the last year in terms of needing money for an attorney. I don't know anyone who needs money for an attorney when it's misdemeanors. Just saying. I don't fucking know anybody. Misdemeanors, especially if you don't have a record, you're not going to go to jail for that. Okay. Just saying. Okay. So the judge sentenced him to 3 months of house arrest with the exception for work, religious services, drug and alcohol treatment, mental health services, like normal shit that people have to do. Then he's going to get 3 years probation. He's been ordered to pay a $10 assessment fee, $500 restitution to the Capitol architect, and another $5,000 to the DC court. Okay. He's also been ordered to mental health treatment. Now, this is the part that pisses me the fuck off. What does he need? What does Brandon need mental health treatment for? Where is this coming into play? Why do patriots need fucking mental health treatment? See, now it's gone beyond, oh, you're a criminal, oh, you're a trespasser. Now they're trying to imply that he's fucking crazy. See, this is how the beginning of the re-education programs is going to start. This is the part that fucking scares me. This is the part that fucking scares me. So for being there that day, you're a radicalized, far right wing, whatever. But now he has to go to mental. See, I can understand the restitution. I get that part. I don't understand the mental health treatment. And why does he also need to submit to drug and alcohol screening when he's been clean for 7 years? Brandon was not partying. Okay? Brandon doesn't party like that. He goes out, but he don't party like that. Why does he need drug screening when he's been clean for 7 years? See, this is an attack on his character, okay? It's bullshit. Now, the one part of all of this, I don't know if you guys caught this, but the defense attorney said at the end, he asked the judge, why do you need, if Brandon pays the restitution, why do you need to see his financials? Okay. And then the judge said, well, that's typical in any restitution case. Okay, fine. Well, I mean, on one hand, why do we need to hide his financials? But I mean, it's just, the whole thing is frustrating. I'm frustrated by the way Brandon is being attacked and mislabeled. Okay. But I'm also frustrated that to some degree, I'm sorry. Can y'all help me out here? I don't even want to say anything that I'm going to regret. Okay. I don't want to say anything that I'm going to regret. But when he had this fundraiser that I was critiquing this past, 2 months, when he had this fundraiser, why do we need tens of thousands of dollars? Why is his monthly expenses tens of thousands of dollars on a fucking misdemeanor case? That's just what I want to know. That's just what I want to know. And to know that he didn't divulge the results of the fundraiser, this is the first I've heard. This is the first I've heard. And the other thing is, it's in here. Let me see. Let's play it.
In your sentence, except to whatever extent you may have validly waived that. As part of your plea agreement, if you do choose to appeal, the notice of appeal must be filed within 14 days of the judgment of conviction. Is there need to dismiss any other counts and treat? There is, Your Honor. Specifically, Mr. Straka was initially charged by information and has subsequently pled to a superseding information. So at this time, Your Honor, the government would respectfully request to dismiss the information. Motion is granted. Thank you. Anything else from the government or the defense? Nothing from the government, Your Honor.
Okay, that's the end of it. I don't know if you guys caught it, but there was a moment where the judge said that the fundraiser was only $18,000. That's it. They want names. I don't know what's going on, guys. You figure it out, because I don't fucking know anymore. I am disgusted that this is the America I fucking grew up in, because this is not the America I grew up in. I'm disgusted by the government. I'm disgusted by the patriots. I'm disgusted by everyone right now. Part of it is my personal shit that I've dealt with, being stabbed in the back, used, set up by fucking patriots. Part of it is that I've encouraged other people to give money to this man who has been mismanaging our donations for so fucking long. And now that he really fucking needs it, we're not even... I don't get it. I don't know what to do anymore. Guys, I'm fucking lost. Tell me what to do because I'm lost. That's what I'm saying. Why has he been collecting all this money for lawyers, collecting money for this, collecting money for that, no action items, selling t-shirts, doing the refund the police thing? He says his monthly bills are over $10,000 a month. Whose bills are $10,000 a month when you have no kids, no wife, or no partner in his case? I mean, I don't know if he is still paying on his New York apartment and living in Nebraska. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Is this money for payroll? Because you can't fucking sit here and tell me you're paying $10,000 a month. You've paid $100,000 to attorneys. Your bills were $100,000 in one fucking year, Brandon? On a misdemeanor? I don't know, bruh. It don't sound right. It don't fucking sound right. You say that you raised $30,000. The court says that you raised $18,000. Which one? What's the correct number here? What's the correct number? Because if we have been paying your payroll for you and Libby, just say so. Just say so. That's all I want. That's all I want to know. I love Brandon. I love him. I care about him. There was a time when I really thought, maybe he could be president one day. But I'm tired of the games. And I'm tired of having to defend organizations that fucking spit in the face of their supporters. Is it not enough that Antifa has a green light on me because I dared to hang out with Yellow Jackets? Is that not enough? Is it not enough that everybody's been calling Brandon a grifter for years? And I've said, no, he's not. He's not a grifter. It's just him and Libby can't fucking manage a business. That's all it is. They just don't know how to manage business. That's it. But you're going to sit here, supposedly raise $30,000 for the refund the police, but really, maybe this was just to make yourself look good in court on a misdemeanor that you could have gotten out of because you don't have any fucking priors? I don't know. The whole situation. It's just real foul and it stinks. And yes, I am in a bad mood today. I had a nightmare last night about my daughter. I had a nightmare about my baby. I'm in a bad fucking mood. I got dropped from one of the best people I've ever met in my life because his wife don't like me, or because his wife feels threatened by me. I don't know what the fuck. I'm in a bad mood. I'm not going to lie. I'm in a fucking bad mood, but I'm checking receipts and I'm looking at the numbers. So you're going to tell me you're going to get off of this with 3 months at home. You got to stay at home for 90 days. You got 36 months probation. You got $5,560 of restitution, which you already have in your pocket, but you're worried about the court knowing your financials? What's the problem? Like, what are you hiding? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all can decide. I wish that I was able to hear all of the court proceeding, but like I said, that's as much of it as I got. So I hope that's helpful to all of you. Brandon, Libby, if you're watching, I love you. But my love is tough love. My love is based in truth. It is not based in fantasy. It is not based in charm. It is not based in how well you speak, how many followers you have. That's not the kind of love I have. My love is, I care about you so much. I'm not going to let you make yourself look stupid. And I'm not going to let you make all the patriots look stupid. That's the kind of love that I have for people. And for y'all on TikTok, I'm going to tell you right now, if 85% of your content is bitching and clapping back at trolls, I'm streaming on TikTok. One second, YouTube. Let me talk to TikTok for a second. I got friends in jail right now. Zach is still in jail. Yut is still in jail. Joe Biggs is still in jail, and he's now, and I'm going to do a whole separate episode about them because he's now being moved to the gulag. We got a cancer patient. We got a 3%, I'm sorry, an oath keeper that has been physically blinded from an assault. We also have another article about a Boondock Saint who has been sexually assaulted, and it was videotaped in DC. We got Christopher Worrell. I don't know if he's dead or alive right now. I'm sure if he was dead, I would have heard about it from the boys at this point, the Yellow Jackets. We got real shit going on. And all y'all want to do is talk about the Heathers. That's all y'all fucking want to do is talk about the Heathers. I want to get my friends out of jail. That's what I want. I want to restore our right to peaceful assembly and free speech. And y'all want to talk about the Heathers. Y'all want to talk about who said what to who. And make videos and constantly clapping back and going on and on and on and on about nothing. Why do you care what liberals think of you? We know they are demonic. We know they are untrustworthy. We know they are narcissistic. We know they are busybodies, but y'all is busybodies too. I don't even know if I want to go to the next TikTok meetup. I had a blast and it was awesome, but all y'all do is talk about stupid shit. All the time. Y'all don't talk about anything that is real in the world. I'm sick of it. All y'all who talk about stupid shit, you're all getting unfollowed because I am losing my fucking brain cells watching you. What's up, Tin Man? Tin Man, why don't you jump in? I got to talk to you for a second. I am losing brain cells watching y'all debate with trolls. Why do you care what trolls are doing? What's up with the dude with the dude with the beard? He gonna spend all that money to try to sue Lance? Where's the money for the fucking prisoners? What is your purpose on TikTok? What is your fucking purpose? Are you here to argue and look cute and take pictures? Or are y'all here to fight for your country? Because I don't know anymore. What's up, Tin Man? Hello, how are you? We haven't met formally, but I've heard wonderful things about you. I heard you're a great guy, and I do like your content.
Well, thank you. Hang on, let me try to figure out how to get my face on here. I don't know why it's not letting my face on. All it says is ended, but I don't know why it's not letting me have my face.
I can hear your voice good, though.
Anyway, yeah, so how's it going?
Oh, I'm all right. How are you? It's nice to meet you.
I'm great. Pretty much just was fighting one of the biggest hateful people on TikTok, and we kind of decided to squash the beef and move forward.
Who?
Punks 13, or formerly known as King Punks. You don't know who Punks is?
No, don't know, don't care. Don't care.
Major leftist major leftists. We've been actually going at it for about a year.
Okay. Let's change. How's your day going?
Great, man. I got rained out and got my camper set up, and now I'm just relaxing.
It was raining a little bit in Austin too, but now it's the sun's out.
Okay, I'm in Beaumont. It's been cold and wet and rainy here.
Mm-hmm. So,
how are you?
I'm having a rough day. I just worried about my friends. That's all. That's all.
Which ones?
All the ones that are in jail. Those friends.
Damn.
Yeah.
What are they in jail for?
For being patriots.
Are we talking about for the January 6th?
I gotta go. Bye. I'll talk to you soon. We can't talk like that on this channel. I'm not trying to get banned. All right. Hi, Tina. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? I'm sorry you're having a bad day.
Well, I've been thinking about you a lot lately because you and we're not exactly in the same boat, but as mothers, we do feel the same pain.
No, but you have the point that there's real life going on out there beyond TikTok. And people are being caught up in all this drama, and they're overlooking that real people have serious problems and are asking for help, and they're so caught up in this bullshit.
I know.
That they don't. It's like you question, where's your humanity? Where's your empathy? Where's your and you're right, they're caught up in the headers. They're caught up in the middle school drama. It's not even high school.
Exactly.
It's middle school. But I know that some of the people watching, that we're listening to you, but we're not sure who Brandon is that you're referring to.
Oh, Brandon Straka from Walkaway, the founder of Walkaway.
That's what I thought, but I didn't want to misspeak because I don't like to give out incorrect information. So I thought that's who you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's him. So he got a trespassing misdemeanor charge case that he's been fighting for about a year now. But luckily he's not going to go to jail. So he's just going to get 3 years probation, 3 months in-home detention, and then $5,560 of restitution.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. And we're losing freedoms across this country that people aren't even paying attention and noticing. I mean, here in Missouri, we have the Police Bill of Rights that's trampling over our Constitution. And I'm just now making people aware of it. And they're like, oh, that can't be because that's impeding on our First Amendment. Oh, well, it is. It's been a law since August.
Right under your nose.
And then we find out that Arizona just passed it, Oklahoma just passed it, and people are like, oh, well, that's Missouri, we shouldn't care. Folks, what happens in one state is coming to your state soon.
And Missouri, I was just there last year. I thought it was a free state. I thought it was a red state.
It is a red state. But when you cannot film police, which is your First Amendment right to do, or you can be charged, that's a problem. Because we just had another gentleman that got murdered by the police, and the body cameras malfunctioned, all of them malfunctioned conveniently.
At the same time.
At the same time. Conveniently.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to think I hate police, because I don't. I hate the bad ones.
I know.
And as you and I both are well aware, we have a lot more bad ones than we have good ones willing to stand up. Because otherwise your friends wouldn't be sitting in jail.
Exactly.
If we had good ones.
Exactly.
And our political party party blindly backs them because they need the police union vote.
Mm-hmm.
They need the police unions to get them into office. They need their support.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people don't understand, because I'm sure while you were going across the country, you heard it too. Oh, they're all corrupt. You heard it. I've heard it. I've heard it from top members of our party. Oh, yeah. Police, FBI, they're all corrupt. Oh, but we back the blue.
Right. Right. Right.
And if they would just give a little, we would have unity, because both sides agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's not defunding, it's reforming and more funding is what they really, truly need. They need better training.
Yeah, without a doubt. And more incentives to vet these motherfuckers, because I just feel like it's, I can't speak for every city, but definitely in Oakland, they'll fucking hire. If you can pass the drug test and the physical, they'll hire you as a cop. Like, that's really all it is.
So most people don't realize there is an actual federal mandate that came to be in 1968 called the Brady List. Not to be confused with the Brady Law, totally separate. The Brady List is supposed to be a database of any officer caught lying during an investigation, excessive force, or lying under oath. And it's supposed to be searchable by any entity or citizen. And I would place a wager that over half of our departments across this country do not comply.
For sure.
Do not.
For sure.
And if they would maintain that, then we could follow those bad officers and have them not go from department to be somebody else's problem.
Right. Like the Vatican.
Exactly. But no one is enforcing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked to even learn it existed. I'd never heard of it before. So if I try to keep up with laws, etc., and I was utterly flabbergasted. Utterly. So I wish I was there. I'd give you a big hug because I know you're having a bad day. I know. Big hug. I did send you my friend's phone number though.
Yes, I found him on Instagram, and yeah, I would love to reach out to him. Is he single?
I can't discuss that. I'll tell you though, he'll be the best friend you've ever had.
That's all I need right now. I don't have any friends here in Austin, so that would be awesome.
He has a few, but he's a PR guy, and so he knows a few people that are his clients. And going through his IG, you probably can figure out who they are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say them out loud because I don't.
No, I looked through his. I looked through his page. So real.
He and I met because we worked for the same. We work for the same person. We both work for John Schneider.
Okay. Cool.
So that's how I met Mary.
Nice. 1 second. So YouTube, I'm streaming on YouTube too. So listen, I had a very magical kind of connection with the woman whose voice you're hearing. Her name is Tina. Her beautiful, handsome son's name was Caleb. He was shot by the police. She's a very serious advocate. She's a mature woman, and she doesn't get involved in all the dumb shit. So what's funny is that there just happened to be one night where I was doing tarot card readings on TikTok, and she should come into my live, and I did a reading for her. And little did I know, and there's no way that I would know this, but this is her son's last name. So I feel a connection with this wonderful mother. I see her pain. I understand her pain. And she will be on the show to discuss a lot of these legal things that she's talking about. Serious things, not, Bryson Gray versus Laza Alexander, not dumb. You hurt my feelings when you said this and I'm triggered. So now I'm going to attack you because I need to be in therapy. But then I'm going to say that you need to be in therapy and all this drama. She's not that type of person. Okay. And she's amazing and she has a lot to say. She's done a lot of research and she is a very serious advocate for getting justice for her son. So she will be on YouTube very soon. So you guys remember when I say Caleb's mom, Tina, this is who I'm talking about. She's special to me. There aren't very many people that I can relate to, but she's one of them. So you guys be watching for her. It's going to be a very powerful episode when she comes on and tells you guys what is going on with law enforcement. Stuff that we don't, as conservatives, stuff that we don't want to hear because we want to believe in the best. But the truth is, the police department is the biggest gang in the country. I'm sorry to say it. We all know it. We don't want to say it because we want to be, pro law enforcement and back the blue, which we are by nature, but we also need to recognize, just like we need to recognize these fake patriots and these grifters and these scam artists, we also need to recognize that there are serious issues with the police department. And by the way, just for the record, her son is Caucasian and he was shot down like a dog. So I want you guys to hear her story. She will be back. We'll coordinate the time, but I really have a lot of respect for this woman and the work that she's doing. And I want you guys to hear what's going on. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. And I have talked to people in our Patriot group, some of the highest ones over the summer when they were touring the country. And they're shocked. But again, they don't want to lose that vote. They don't want to lose that endorsement.
Exactly.
But they'll tell you, sure as I'm standing there looking at you, they'll say, "Oh yeah, police are corrupt all across this country. We have no solutions, but we sure need that union vote."
Exactly. Before I let you go, I just want to do one more moment of silence for your beautiful, handsome son, Mr. Caleb. And Caleb, we're thinking about you, okay? And we're not going to let your death go unanswered. In the name of Jesus, he will get justice.
Thank you.
All right, Mama.
You have a better day.
You too,
You have
Mama.
a better day. Come on.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. But she deserves to be heard. And the thing is, too, if I'm going to give attention to anyone on TikTok, I am going to give attention to somebody who actually has something to fucking say. And Tina has something to say. So she'll be on the show as soon as we can schedule it and coordinate it. Because the stuff that she talks about, I guarantee most of us have never heard about before. So anyway, anybody want to jump in on TikTok? Go ahead and jump in the box. Anyone have anything? Actually, let me go ahead and open this up on YouTube. If anyone wants to jump in the stream, here it is. I'm kind of devastated today. And I don't want to feel like this, but feelings are fleeting. And sometimes you have to sit in the pain. And today I'm sitting in the pain. And if y'all have anything to say or any questions, go ahead and jump in. You can jump in on YouTube. You can jump in on TikTok. I don't care. I'm talking about real shit, not imaginary shit, not who said what, who did what. I don't care anymore. But You know, Jew, I am tired of talking. Yes, Lauren, Justice for Caleb was just in the box, but she'll be on my show soon because she's amazing. Yeah, Sarah's like, I'm over it. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I'm right at that cusp of black pill. I'm right at that cusp. You know, I was crying earlier thinking about my daughter, and I just said, you know what? If my friends are gonna, if patriots are gonna stab me in the back, if no one is going to uphold the Constitution, if all my friends are in jail for nothing, not all my friends, but some of my friends are in jail for nothing, and I can't even have a conversation with anyone unless it includes drama or gossip, what America am I fighting for? Because I'm so disgusted with people's behavior. Thanks, Jew. I'm so disgusted with people's behavior. Like, I don't care if you have your freedoms or not. Like, I'm getting to that black pill point where I just don't fucking care. Everything that I love is gone. So now I need to find new things to love. I need to find legitimate people to deal with. Girl, we don't need to go to Tennessee. We can do that right here in Texas. I ain't leaving Texas. And you know what? Even with that, even with Chad Prather, I'm going to go ahead and spill the tea because I don't give a fuck no more. Even with Chad Prather, I had a fucking conversation with someone this morning who was at that event. And they were asking me hella questions about Chad. I love you, Chad. I love Chad. But let's keep one thing. Let me just fucking tell you guys one thing. When I moved here, I told Chad as soon as I got off the fucking airplane that I was here and I was ready to fucking fight. I begged Chad to let me be his fucking campaign manager or his marketing manager or do something for him. Chad never fucking called me back. He responds to my messages, but he did not let me in his circle. Do Republicans want to win or do they not want to win? Does Chad really want to be governor or does he want to be on Blaze TV? Because he never fucking quit his full-time job. He never fucking quit his full-time job to pursue being governor. And as much as I love him and as right as he is about everything he says, he didn't fucking put everything in. He didn't put all his skin in the game. The same thing happened with Brandon Straka. The same thing happened with Corey Lewandowski when I asked him for a job. Do Republicans want to win or do they want to fucking keep being losers? Which one is it? Because I'm a competitive bitch. I want to win. I want to fucking win. But ain't nobody else want to win. Everybody else wants to fucking complain and bitch and collect money with these non-deliverables. What are we doing, guys? Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. Don't fucking make me do this. Has anyone ever read this book? I just want to know, has anyone read this book? Anybody? Does anybody? Don't make me get the receipts. I got the motherfucking Antifa manifesto printed out right here. Right fucking here. Where it at? I want my country back. I want my fucking country back. Where is our strategy? Where is our manifesto to take our fucking country back? Because Antifa has one, and it is very fucking effective, and it coincides with this book. So Antifa read this book. The left has read this book, and they are implementing the strategies to take over our country. Where are the patriots? Arguing on TikTok. That's where they are. Arguing on Twitter. That's where they are. I'm sure I'm correct. I'm sure you're correct, Stewie. I know. I'm here to win. And the thing is, if I can't win, then I'll just escape. I'll just fucking be homeless. Okay? I'll just be homeless, and I'll just go live at the river and just fucking be homeless. I'll just go off the grid. I don't care anymore. I have nothing to live for, and I'm not saying that as a negative thing. It's actually a sense of freedom. You know, I just want to die and know that I did everything I could do. That's it. I just want to fucking die and know that I gave everything, every part of myself. That's it. I tried to support people that I thought were leaders. But you know what? Nobody is a leader. We have no leadership on this side. We have no one giving action items. We have no one resisting. We have no one infiltrating the enemy and disrupting their supply chain and their information chain. We have no one doing that. We have no one willing to do what Antifa is willing to do. I'm trying to hold it together, shotgun, but today's just a shitty day. I just lost someone that I considered a brother because his wife won't let him talk to me, won't let him counsel me. For what? For what? I have never flirted with this man. I've only met this man in person once. I've never done anything inappropriate to violate the client patient privilege or whatever the fuck that is. But because his wife thinks I'm prettier than her, I gotta lose him. What did I do? What the fuck did I do? Patriots can't even love each other. Rick? Who's Rick? I don't know who you're talking about. Fat Jew's wife. Give me a hug. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Bring it in. Bring it in. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. You're a sweet lady. I want to hang out with you. Happy wifey. Hey, how are you? What's going on? I'm just bitching. I'm just bitching. I'm frustrated. Hug. Virtual hugs. Alex Jones is on some other shit. I love Alex Jones, but he's fucking up too. They're all fucking up. See, this is the thing about when you've worked in management as long as I have, you see this shit and you're like, all you can do is shake your head, because I love the passion, but Alex Jones has no strategy and he has no means of reaching out beyond InfoWars, and he got in trouble with the whole Sandy Hook thing. And when he did that, he discredited himself to where no one would no one can take him seriously. You know what I mean? So again, this is another situation of somebody just doing too much when they need to sit down. That's all it is. I don't know. I do like Alex Jones a lot, but I need some action items, because if you ain't got no action items, I don't want to hear you bitch anymore. If you can't tell us what to do and how to do it, I don't want to hear you bitch anymore. I'm done with it. I'm done. All right, YouTube. Thank you for being here. It looks like no one wants to jump in. I hope that this was a decent update. You can draw whatever conclusions you want to draw about Brandon Straka or his situation that you want. I don't know what to think with that. On one hand, he's a shitty businessman. He's a shitty marketer. He can't fucking manage money for anything. On the other hand, I know he loves his country and he did the best he could with what little managerial experience he had. But don't sit here and ask us for all this money when you had a misdemeanor and your ass never. And the thing is too, when he says he went to jail for an hour. Because I went to jail for an hour and 45 minutes. He went to jail for an hour. So that shit's not even realistic what he said. And you can't sit here and tell me that you need $100,000 for a fucking misdemeanor. That your bills exceeded $100,000 out last year for a fucking misdemeanor. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. If he needed to make payroll, then just fucking tell us you needed to make payroll. Period. End of story. Get a drink. I'm drinking right now. It ain't doing nothing. I don't feel it. I'm not feeling no type of buzz right now. It ain't hitting me yet. I had such a good day yesterday. You guys have no idea. I was so happy yesterday. And then I woke up. I had this fucking nightmare about my daughter. And then I get dropped by my fucking counselor because of his wife. And then this happens with Brandon, and now I'm like so confused as to who and what I need to believe. Y'all have a wonderful day. Olga, yes, I need you to come visit me because I need a fucking hug so bad. I need a physical hug so bad. If you want to come visit me, I'll be off on Saturday. Okay. Please come hang out with me. Let's get some lunch. Let's go do something. Let's just fucking be normal human beings and enjoy what freedom we have left. You're damn right, Betty. It is a roller coaster. Y'all be good. I don't know what to say. Is it black pill time? I think I'm right on the cusp. I think I'm almost right there. So y'all pray for me because I can't deal with it no more. Good night.